is Charter Local Edition. Brad Pomerance here, joined by Jim Osterling. He is a trustee with Pasadena's Community College District. Ever since I have known him, he has boasted about the outstanding veterans education services that PCC offers. I said, okay, let's talk about it, but you got to bring one of your students, and he did. His student's name is Tomas De Oliveria. Tomas is a veteran of the wars of Afghanistan. And before we talk about Tomas and his journey, I want to hear a bit about PCC's veterans programs. Sir.
Thank you, Brad. So this is my chance to brag about PCC and the veterans programs. First of all, recent news, Brad. PCC was named as a finalist for the Aspen Institute Awards. That's a big deal. They're like the Baldwin, Baldridge Awards.
I knew this.
And we are, as a finalist, we are one of the top 10 community colleges in the country, and it's a very quantitative, student success-oriented measurements. We are so proud to make that.
I spoke with your superintendent about that.
Great.
And I know that two schools in this region are in the top 10.
Yes.
And the winner will receive $1 million prize.
Yes.
Even second and third, maybe even fourth gets some money. But to be in the top 10 is a huge honor. Yeah. And I congratulate you. And I would presume that part of the reason you are so honored is what you're doing with vets.
Yes. Part of the metrics are equity and student success. The VRC, the Veterans Resource Center, is really the focal point for our veteran services. All of these services are provided for no additional compensation in our state of California funding mechanism. We do it because we're committed to vets, and it's the right thing to do. Now let me brag about the VRC and the veterans program. We have over 700 veterans every semester that enroll in that program. The program has been named the #1 in the state of California for the last 3 years, and we're the top 8 in the country. We're investigating that because we think we should also be #1 in the country.
Of course you do.
22% of our veterans are females. 25% are from out of state, which means veterans are specifically coming from out of state to PCC to take advantage of the services that we offer. Here's some other more sobering statistics. 56% of our student veterans are unemployed. 50% are first-time college students. 68% served in combat. 60% have some kind of a disability rating. 29% have reported that they have some suicidal thoughts. And over 32% of the veterans have indicated they're experiencing some difficulties transitioning from military back to civilian and academic life.
But the brilliance of PCC's VRC is that you are attacking those challenges head on. You have 3 core principles: academics, camaraderie, and wellness. And Tomas De Oliveria is one of the beneficiaries of this VRC. Give us a sense of what it is and why it has been so successful for you and the other 700.
Okay, so I fall into a lot of the categories and statistics that Jim mentioned. I'm a first-time student. I served in Afghanistan, and this is my first of experience in California.
Right, you came from Florida via Venezuela.
Right. And the greatest thing that I've gotten from the program so far is that we have really dedicated people that are incredibly interested and seek to make sure that they help us in every way that they can. The program director, or one of the main people involved with it, is Dr. Harold Martin. He's himself a combat veteran from the Army. He has 8 years of instruction in the program and all this stuff, and he wants to make sure that he makes the club and the program itself better. He's involved as also an advisor to the Veterans Club.
I have to say, as someone who is not a veteran, I don't have a clue what you went through. And I can only imagine the sacrifice that you have made for me, for Jim, and for our country. And I am just so pleased that we are there for you. We at PCC, I mean, I'm not part of it, but I can't even imagine. I mean, You know, the most difficult thing I've dealt with is, you know, I missed my metro stop. I just can't even fathom. And all of this is happening when you're 18, 19, 20.
Right. I joined when I was 24. I was a little outside of, the metrics. Yeah,
24.
But, yeah.
I mean, 24. I was still, you know, goofing off.
Right.
And you're you know, keeping the world safe from terrorists.
Right.
And so, why is it important for you that PCC has programs specifically meeting your unique needs?
There's a lot of things that we need specifically with either interaction with the VA, that camaraderie that we might have had already while in active service. It's one of those things that if we go into a campus full of 20,000 students and most of them 18, 19 years old don't know anything of what we've been through, like you said yourself, it's essential for us to have that core group of people that we can relate to. Every time that I walk to a veteran that's a Marine, it's an immediate connection that I never have to worry about or anything like that, and I can talk to them openly. They can help me with everything.
And
that
let's face it,
yeah.
You're a veteran. You're Mr. Macho. Nothing phases you, but that's the problem.
Right.
We all have emotions, including you, and probably especially you, given what you have seen. And when I say you, I mean the royal you, not pointing it. And so, you know, you, all 700 of you, need somewhere to talk. And that's part of this camaraderie and wellness. You have a case manager there. How important is that?
It's huge. The VA has a lot of things that are available to us, but to have a VA representative that comes to the campus makes 2 whole days to help all the veterans on the campus, you know, just to help us with either filing claims or dealing with some of the issues that we might have.
Like, for example, homelessness.
Right.
24% of student veterans are homeless. That's a crime, if you ask me.
Right. We have, again, like I said, advisors for literally everything that we might need. We have our own advisor that helps us with getting classes. We also have a beautiful lady called Carol. She's probably the most amazing person that I've ever had the pleasure of interacting with, and she's all about taking care of us and making sure that we feel and have everything that we need when we get out, whether it's Section 8 housing to gas cards to get us moving around
or
if need be.
To transfer to USC or UCLA or Stanford or Harvard.
Right.
And, you know, PCC is known, Jim, for its outstanding transfer rate. If they want to transfer, nothing wrong with an AA or a certificate, but if that's your goal.
We're proud that a recent student trustee was a veteran, and he's now at USC.
Right.
So yeah.
What's your path? What are you thinking? I don't want to put you on the spot, but you know what you want to do?
Yeah, the goal is UC Berkeley Mechanical Engineering.
Just UC Berkeley and just mechanical engineering.
Brad,
Jeez.
if we have time, can we have Tomas talk about the Boots to Books program?
Please.
Yeah.
So Boots to Books is, again, this program that Dr. Martin is involved with. It helps with getting Marines or Army soldiers, airmen, everybody from all walks of life back into the practical skills and all the stuff that we need to getting into class and learning the writing skills that we need to succeed in college. The transition from military life to civilian culture is also a huge part of this, and he helps with a couple of the courses trying to get us back into that community in the most seamless way possible.
You're going to be fine. You're going to be just fine. I can feel it. Jim, thanks for bringing him. I'd like to do maybe a longer discussion at some point, maybe bring some more of your friends on, because this is so important. And when we see successes like you, hopefully the other 112 community colleges will jump on board. He is Jim Osterling, trustee of PCC. He is Tomas De Oliveria. He's on his way to UC Berkeley at some point, I'm sure, but currently a proud student at PCC. I'm Brad Pomerance. It's Charter Local.